All right. So this is the first podcast of myself, Nathan, and well, Nathan Pesate. I guess we can use the full name, some crap like that. Got this new microphone. I'm just testing it out right now too. But I spent all of last night, just creating the channel and stuff like that, all the art and everything like that, and trying to find a name to think of and all that. Just came up with some random name. But yeah, a little bit about myself is I've always wanted to do podcasting. I've always really enjoyed it. It seems like it's a good reliever in times when you just want to get away from things. It seems like it could be a really helpful tool. And I wanted to get started on it, but I just haven't had anything to do it with until I found out that my buddy likes it too. And we've been watching, well, I've been watching the Super Mega Cast. It's one of my favorite podcast channels ever, and it just seems like it works and it's flowing all good. And sometimes I'll notice that me and him just chat and chat and chat on the FaceTime, and I just thought like, why don't we use all that but in a podcast? And you know, it's just hit our minds, and we just went with it. So we usually talk about like history or life or anything good in the news, anything going on that's new in the news, and it um it all goes well together and stuff like that. Sometimes we could do podcasts where it'll just be one of us, or it can be both of us. Me and him have very busy schedules, so we might do it once out of the week. We might do it twice in the week. It just all depends on what we are doing. Sometimes we might have to do it over the phone or over Skype, or we might have to do it in sessions together. We don't know because just we gotten to that bridge yet. But I just like podcasts itself because it just conversations can be started literally anywhere in there. You can just back and forth flowing, and that's what's great about it is it just gets your mind off of all the things you really want to talk about. But this channel really isn't meant to be like something like huge or anything like that. If it does, I'll be surprised. But it's just something that we use just to talk about, upload stuff. People want to listen to it, people can listen to it. It's all up to them. It's just crazy. It's my first. I have made YouTube videos before. I had have my own YouTube channel with a little iPad and stuff like that back in like the middle school. But this is more of like I'm taking more of a serious action into it, and I just started using this new recording app called what is it, Record Studio, something like that. It's pretty cool. Has a lot of uploads and stuff like that you can do with it. You can do live, you can do effects. I don't know if I can load the effects on here, but if I can try, sounds something like this. Like that was just like an audience clapping. I don't know if that got into it. I'll see if it did, but that's pretty much what we can if we can use it. What we'll expect. We have Bell. See what this. So yeah, cool stuff like that. We just gotta make sure it all works out. But yeah, expect more or less of us doing it by ourselves most of the time because, like I said, we work a lot. So I mean, it all works out in its own way. But yeah, no, today's Monday. It was a good day of school. Yeah, we're all getting back into school. It's my second week back, and second or third, I don't know, but it's actually going pretty well. It was a good Monday for once since I mean, it rained a little bit, but you didn't see too much of it until like afternoon. But it was a pretty good day. Went to all my classes, got to see all my friends. ROTC was pretty cool. I'm in that program. I'm actually enlisting in the Navy in 2 months. October 24th, I'll be enlisting as a diver in the Navy, and I might serve a full 20 years. I might serve life. I don't know yet, but you know, more to come on that. Um, but it's crazy. I was in my geometry class for my sixth period, and this teacher, my favorite one of all, Mr. Dale, he told him that this kid to take out his headphones out of his ears, like a simple, instruction. Just take your headphones out of your ears because he's trying to teach. Next thing you know, this kid's like, "Oh my God, I don't give up." Like you old, like and just being so rude to him, and just next thing you know, he like grabs a chair, flings it into the desk after being talked to outside about some crap. Sorry, hold on one second. Oh my God, throat's killing me. Um, but he took him outside and all, and then Dunlap came, and then an officer came, and I was like, "What? What is happening?" Like, my second week into geometry, and it's going insane. I barely learn anything in that class. Now, I actually do know stuff. So far, I have a pretty good base of what we're talking about, but it's like we don't get any material in because of these distractions. And that's what I like class sometimes is distractions. Now, I like to have classes with my friends and stuff to talk to, but I want them to be like the ones that are going to be serious with me and understand when we talk and not when to talk, or not to get me in trouble. But I mean, mainly it's just sometimes it can be difficult like that. You'll have classes where they just don't want to do anything, and I can't even get switched out because I'm already on a tight fix right now. And I have all my academic classes at the end of the day and have all my fun classes in the beginning of the day, which I like. It's not bad at all, actually. It's one of my favorite things. But no, sometimes classes can be chaotic, like really, really chaotic. And just because, I mean, like, I don't know why they would. Like, we've gotten so much like less strict on the policy of like color, the dress code. Like, we have gotten like so like less strict on them. I guess is a word. I don't know what to say. Like, we've gotten so flexible with them. All you have to do is just not wearing bandanas, and you can't wear your hoods or hats inside. But people they throw so many fits about that, about wearing hats inside. Like, because I don't know. I mean, it's disrespectful to wear a hat inside. We all know that. But like kids, like sometimes these kids are just so attached to their hats. It's crazy. So crazy. And I just don't get it. I really just don't get it. Why can't you take your hat off inside? It's just a simple instruction. You can wear when you get out. I mean, sometimes these people aren't even wearing their hats. They just sit them on top of their heads. I just find that funny, It's just something so stupid that could have been prevented. Or something like, you know. Eh. But I actually just got home from the gym, which I hate when it rains because when I try to go to the gym on a rainy day, it's very, very packed and almost every machine is like used up. I was there for about an hour. I did mostly upper body because I didn't have the shoes today to do lower body, like cardio. I do cardio on my own usually. I like to do cardio outside, like in the park or something like that. I like to run. I feel like it's better to run on different terrains, like grass, concrete, or sand, or whatever, than it is to run on a treadmill. Now, it's all preference and stuff like that, but to me, it's better. And I know my exact mileage and stuff like that when I run. Now, I mean, I know, like, what do you call them? The escalators, the treadmills are more accurate than an actual run, but, people always say you should join cross country, but it's like, I want to join cross country, but those guys got to be fast and long distance, and that's impossible for me. I can't do that crap. I mean, you can send me out there and I'll run a five. I'll run a 5K. I'll run a 2 mile, 3 mile, 5 mile, 4 mile, 1 mile. I'll do the best I can. But I usually can do good on 1 miles and 2 miles and 3 miles. I can get them down to a good time. Like the best I've ever done with a 3 mile was 20 or 19. It's been a while. Actually, no. 18. 18 was pretty good for me. But yeah, that was me like full on trying and just it's crazy because those things take a lot of effort to do. It takes a long time to get better at running, and running is very hard because you got to eat the right food, you got to make sure you're drinking the right amount of water, stretching, everything goes into account. You have the right running shoes. God forbid you run without the right running shoes. I did that for a whole year. I didn't have the right running shoes on, and I like had so much pain in my ankles now, and my knees always pop sometimes and stuff, and they're always like all over the place. And it sucks. I don't wear a knee brace or an ankle brace as often, but sometimes I have to because it's just eerie pain. But like it's always you're gonna run, wear the right shoes, and I didn't even know that, but they actually do make shoes for runners. Now they're very like lightweight shoes, and they're not comfortable, and they're expensive as hell. But I mean, these were just shoes made for running. I mean, they look like everyday shoes, but I wouldn't wear these shoes every single day if they were just meant for running. I like to keep my stuff organized. Uh, but I love to run. I love the Navy. Not, I'm not really book smart, but I am common sense smart. Like I have taken anatomy honors this year, which is pretty cool. I love science. I love history because they kind of go in together. And science is pretty cool because it's just the wonders of the world. Like science has so many questions to it. History, I just love because I just love looking back at the past. It's such an easy subject, and I love the memory of it. Like my favorite is the 20th century because all the great stuff happened in that century, and I just love it. So much of it in there. But people have preferences and stuff, and it's crazy to me how historians can like remember so much in single details. But what I think is like there are historians that are like ones that study certain subjects in certain fields, which is pretty cool. You have to have a degree and stuff like that. I mean, these guys are so smart. Like people get their bachelors, their masters, and their associates. I don't want to go to college. I don't want to go to college. That's me. I don't think college is for me because I just don't. I mean, I don't want to go to college and waste money for something I don't want. Now, I'll do college in the Navy. Like, I'll have the Navy pay for my college because even if I don't end up passing college in the Navy, I still go to the Navy. I mean, like, it's a win-win for me. I want to go to the Navy, but it's just, I've been waiting for so long to enlist in the Navy. And I know it seems like I'm rushing my high school years, but I'm just really excited. And I've been doing the best I can for it because I want to become a diver. But it's like, and divers are pretty smart, man. Like, we just talk about it for a second. Divers are really, really smart. But I'll talk about that after the college thing. College, it's just like it's not for me. I just don't want to waste my time in there unless I really, really get told I should go to officer school. If I go to the Naval Academy, which you know, needle in a haystack, but I'll definitely do that. Because who doesn't want to go to the Naval Academy? Which is weird because some of those guys in the Naval Academy don't even know how to drill. I find that very weird. Do a lot of different things. But divers are so smart, man. They know like everything, like from how much oxygen you can take underwater or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't, CO2 and all that stuff. They know a lot about the underwater, how much your body can take, how much pressure it amounts to, what depth a human can survive. You know, it's just they know so much because they're so freaking smart, but they're trained very hard. Their training is so hard. It's almost related to buds. They do some things like buds. I know that for a fact. Like sometimes they'll do the whole thing where they have instructors at the top of the pool and they come down and they mess with the diver's gear and stuff like that. Or they will, I don't know if they do the whole hand tying and feet tying thing and just tell them to throw them in the water and make them go up and down and stuff like that. But, it's worth it. I'd rather be in the water than be in the heat because in Florida I can take one step out of my house and I'm already blazing and sweating and it's just, I mean, people would rather be warm than cold. I can see that part, but there's no middle ground. There's no like lukewarm. Um, I would say the good cold though is like when you get in your bed for the first time and the blankets are cold. Some people might not know what I'm talking about, but like if you do, you know what I'm talking about. Like like I woke up this morning. It was like 15 degrees colder than our normal temperatures, and I was like, oh my god, I am freezing. Because sometimes I sleep with a hoodie on, no shirt, and it's just whatever it amounts to. But yeah, I'm about to reach up the end of my podcast. I'm just starting out doing a small one. Probably gonna do this for like 14, 15 minutes. This might add up to 15 minutes. Just a little small one first. Upload this and see where it goes from there. Uh, Also as well as testing out my microphone. But yeah, so there's a little history on me. I could always say more, but we gotta watch our storage and stuff like that. So, there's that. And next podcast might be uploaded Thursday. I might do another one by myself, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, or whatever happens. Whatever happens, happens. But there's more to come to this. Hopefully, people are watching this or hearing this will stick around and enjoy the shows. But yeah, this has been the first podcast on the channel. This has been Nathan.